Okay, so let's start with noun. So what is exactly noun? So noun is something which has actually existence in this world. You can say everything that exists in the world, we can actually call them noun. Now imagine that this black ball, this is our globe, this is our world, and in this ball we have all things, all matters that actually exist in the world. And from here, we're gonna transfer some things into this bowl A and some things into the bowl B. Now, in case of bowl A, we are gonna actually put those things and those words which has physical existence. Suppose all living things, such as humans, then animals, then you can say plants, trees. Everything actually has some physical existence. The same thing for the vehicles, all type of vehicles like bikes, cars, then you can say ship, plane. Every vehicles, every mode of transportations, they also have physical existence. And the same thing goes for, you can say, buildings or any other industrial infrastructure or something like that. They also have physical existence. So we are going to put this type of words and this type of things which has physical existence in this bowl A. And on the other hand, in the bowl B, we're gonna put things which exist in the world, but they actually don't have any type of physical existence. For example, honesty, freedom, then arrogance. So just because you cannot see them, just because just because they don't have any physical existence, that doesn't mean that they don't exist. In our society, in our world, honesty, freedom, arrogance, these things exist, right? So in this bowl B, we're gonna put this kind of words, which doesn't have which don't have these words don't have any physical existence. So you can say these words you can only sense and you can observe. And on the other hand, these words of bowl A, you can see them, you can touch them. So that's basically what noun is. Both the words of this bowl A and bowl B are noun. So you don't need to think that okay, only the words of bowl A are noun and the words of bowl B they are not noun. They both are nouns, and it doesn't matter whether they have physical existence or not. You just remember this first line that I have written here. Everything that exists in the world, just call them noun. It doesn't matter if they have any existence or not. So now let's move on to the next concept, which is basically verb. So what is verb? Verb is nothing. It's just all types of activity, all types of action, all type of task. So anything that you do, that is basically verb. And a noun can perform verb. Noun can actually do any kind of task or any type of action or activity, right? So here you can see that in this example, like in this picture on the left, these two kids, they're basically, you can say, fighting over a toy. So we can say they're what action is going on or what activity is going on here? It's fighting, right? So they're fighting. So we can say fighting is some type of physical activity. It's some type of physical action, not activity. We can say that fighting is a sort of physical action. So what can be like any other physical action? For example, all kind of sports that we play, right? They are part of the physical activities. So now on the right side, you can see in this picture, this girl, she is basically thinking something. Now thinking is some type of mind related task. This is not physical because your brain is doing the task. Not your body. You don't have to move any part of your body to think. Your brain is basically doing the work. Your mind is doing the work. So that's, you can say, part of mental, you can say mental activities. Mental activity. So for example, when you try to memorize something, or when you try to recall something or remember something, those are also, you can say, part of the mental activity. So you can say verb is all types of activities, all type of action or task or work. It doesn't matter if that is physical task or that is mental task. All kinds of activity, action, task, we will just address them as verb. It's as simple as that. So whenever we talk about verb, automatically the concept of subject and object actually comes in. So you can say subject is someone who performs the action or activity, and object is the one who gets affected by the action or activity. So for example, you can see in this picture, let's say this is person A, this is person B. So I think we all can actually relate to this situation. When we fail to do something properly, then our boss or under whom we work, I mean, they basically release their anger at us. So here you can see that this person B, he's scolding person A. So the action that is going on here, that is scolding. And who is scolding? This guy, right? He is scolding. So we're gonna say that this guy is the subject because he is performing the action. And person A is basically getting the impact of this action because he is the person who is getting scolded. So this person is gonna be the object. So same thing in the case of this thing. Let's say this is C and this is D. So here you can see that person D, he is punching this thing C, right? And both are actually nouns. So you can say this person, he is the subject because he's the one who's punching, and this is object because this is getting the hits, getting the punches, and this punching bag is basically getting affected by the punches of person D. So that's why it's gonna be the object. So that's the concept of subject and object, and you actually need them to understand some complex structures, some other things. So with verb, automatically you need to understand these things also, like how they're connected with verbs.